We certainly do love him. Would you please welcome Jimmy Barnes?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Jim, great to see you there with Josh Teskey from the Teskey Brothers. Who was more in love by the end of that?
Well, listen, hey, Josh is a cracker, isn't he? What a great singer. I was chuffed to have him singing with me, so I was, very thankful.
It's 30 years. Well, I know that you know this, but your new album is a celebration of the 30 years from the Soul Deep album. But if you had to say how long it felt, like how long does that 30 years feel like?
There were times where it felt like it was going to, go on forever. But really, when I look back on it now, it's like a heartbeat, really. I mean, I remember, this was recorded at my house in the Southern Highlands. And I remember it was just Christmas and we were, having a great time and eating and celebrating. We had the band all staying with us. It was a really, close-knit bunch of friends. And we were just, every day we'd go downstairs to the studio. What song do you want to record? We'd play one of our favourite tunes, and then come up and eat dinner and with the family. It was awesome. It feels like yesterday.
It was a massive album, Barnesy. I mean, the original Soul Deep is one of the Australia's highest-selling albums of all time, with over 1 million copies sold. Does that put more or less pressure on this album?
No, it doesn't put any pressure on this album. Really, because it was such a massive record. I mean, when I look back at making the record and what we did, it was such a celebration. We just had a great time. It was a great spirit that went into it. It was fun, And I think the fact that record then, that spirit translated to sales, it reached out to a whole new audience that I'd never got to before. And people love these songs. So really, 30 years down the track, all we're doing is celebrating these great songs and hopefully reintroducing them to a new audience,
Well, Jimmy, I have no doubt that the fans will be ready to embrace you. And it has been a pretty rough month for you too. You've farewelled quite a few loved ones.
It's been tough.
Our condolences to you. Does that type of loss, does that make it harder to get back out on the road? Like the new tour starts tomorrow.
Well, I was talking about this earlier today. I think the fact that when you lose someone that's close to you, I've lost 3 people that were very close to me, including Warren Costello, one of my dearest friends, who helped me make all these records that we celebrate. I think the best thing to do to celebrate that is to go out and rejoice and sing, make music and make people happy. That's the best way to celebrate someone's life. I don't want to sit in the corner mourning. I want to get out and say what a life they led and share that spirit with everybody.
Barnesy, whenever you're on stage, you're making people happy, mate. And you did it recently at Blues Fest when you were joined by Anthony Albanese, who went on to become Prime Minister. I'm not sure if you caught the news. Do you think you'll be able to drag him back to a gig now that he's actually Prime Minister?
I hope we will, Anthony, it was really funny because Anthony came out there, and I tell you, had he been certain other politicians, but dare I say the last Prime Minister, I don't think he would have survived Blues Fest. But, so Anthony came out and people, they introduced that here's the working class man, Anthony Albanese. And poor Albo, he copped it. They go, that's not Jimmy, hang on a minute. But I'm so glad he's Prime Minister. He's welcome at my gig anytime. And I think if he comes to my show, there'll be a party at the lodge afterwards.
Well, speaking of a party, you're set to tear up the Logie stage this Sunday.
Yeah.
So can you give us a little bit of a scoop on what to expect, like a collab with any of the other performers that are going to be there?
I don't know if I'm allowed to give you a scoop on who I'm singing with.
Yes.
I think it's very, very, very hush-hush. But let me just put it this way. It's someone that's very close to me.
Oh.
And if he asked, it could be. If he asked the question, do you love me? Well, I'd say he'd have to say yes.
I think I know. Jimmy Barnes' tour kicks off on Thursday. His new album, Soul Deep 30, is out this Friday. Head to our website for all the details. Jimmy Barnes, great to chat as always. Thank you.
Always like to talk to you guys.